Today is April 8th, 2022. This is episode 189 of Maelstrom Radio. Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Gladys and Shitter. And welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. My name is Peter. With me, as always, is my good friend and co-host, Quinton. It's Friday, friend.
TGIF.
Yes. Also with us, producer extraordinaire, my other good friend and my partner, Susan Sprinkle.
Hi.
Hi.
You know what that means when I'm here?
Yeah, we can't forget
Filler
Mortimer.
episode.
We have Mortimer.
We do have Mortimer. Mortimer's
Can't
here.
forget Mortimer.
Oh, is Mortimer on the Mortimer logo? Thank
Yeah,
you.
remember whenever you're here, we get the Mortimer.
Yeah.
Yay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know what that means. When everybody's here, that means we have nothing to talk No.
I mean, there's stuff to
like,
talk about.
there is stuff to talk about, yeah.
We don't have a clearly defined topic tonight.
There's nothing to talk about with Final Fantasy 14.
There's patch
there is
notes.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not reading those.
No. So there's plenty of other podcasts you could go to hear all the patch notes.
Let's just put it this way. You don't want me talking about patch notes because we didn't.
No, that's true.
We did that.
We've gone through that a few times.
We did that. Quick for you. Those of you who new here and have not gone back and listened to our old episodes, and I trust me, do not. There was an episode where I started reading patch notes, and Quinton can attest that at one point I got so mad I punched my table. Because
there are plenty of other shows that take the time to go through the patch notes and give.
It's so boring. Like I applaud other shows that can make that entertaining. We cannot do that.
In general,
I
you
read
can't
through
give
the
Peter
patch
anything
notes
to read.
and listened to a couple shows today going over patch notes. Peter, you kind of read them here and there, and Quinton,
I did. I read them.
Didn't read them at all, right?
I didn't read them at all.
I
Yeah.
read them, yeah.
Is there anything that sticks out as exciting to you in the patch notes? I mean, I'm excited about the Alliance raid, the
letter
Mist
E.
of the Realm.
The letter E.
I'm sure there's one in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's a lodestone, 2 of them.
Oh.
Chili's excited about
pose.
the
There we go.
umbrella change pose. Yes.
Ugh.
So
Maybe
there's
that'll
something
make
in the
Peter
patch
finally
notes for
use
everyone.
Parasol.
No, it won't.
No.
They're dumb.
Peter is excited about the new PvP gear.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is probably the highlight of the patch notes.
Yeah,
is that
like
we're
actually
finally
something that Peter might change his glamour for.
Oh my god.
Yeah. going from edge to edgier.
Oh my god, it's so
I mean,
good.
It's not for me, but I'm happy that you're happy about it.
It's
Happy
not.
he's gonna change something outside.
It's not so much that I'm happy because it's like, oh hey, it's gear, because they've given cool gear before. I'm happy that it's accessible. Right, you don't have to be like top rank
the top
of the
100
feast
or whatever. Yeah,
like you could still
time.
You just got to put in the time to get it, and that's something similar to how you do it with Fortnite. Like you don't have to be good, you just have to be patient.
You just got to show up.
You just got to show up. So, and I think
Pocket Cast is excited about.
Wait, is it only one new
hair.
hairstyle for buns?
Well, there's a few.
I only see one.
I think they only show one, but
In the
it might be.
It's multiple hairstyles. It is multiple hairstyles.
You have to find it in the doc.
I mean, there's one for the male Viera, one for female Viera, one for.
But we
and
know
then there was a couple
Hrothgar.
things that were becoming like gender unlocked, which is cool.
I did
lot
see
of
the gender
stuff,
unlocked
yeah.
gear, and that's good.
Yeah,
We need more of that.
I really like the new housing item. That's the green plant with the drippy vines on it. and
I
the
like
flowers.
how we started this and we didn't do anything. We're just like, well, let's just.
Yeah, this is just a filler episode. You don't have to follow
All right.
an outline. We're just winging it.
All right, just wing-a-ling.
Chili
Chili's
wants a
getting a
candy
candy house.
house. Yeah.
Of course,
Which is
Chili
going to
wants
be a
the
little bit
candy house.
awkward when he turns it into like a bar or something.
Well, it's
Yeah,
gonna be a love hotel. The candy, the sweetest love hotel in the Goblet.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna be out there and say it. If you have a love hotel and you have the candy house, you might be put on a list.
And you're a Lalafell.
And a Lalafell, yeah, you're gonna be put on a
like,
few lists.
Chris Hansen has a word for it.
Yeah, no kidding. Chris Hansen's gonna ask you to sit down and drink some iced tea.
That's just.
I mean, the candy house is cute, but I just wouldn't want it for my own house, and I do not want it for the FC house. I don't care what anyone says. I'm an officer. I have power. I veto.
No, I'd sooner put back the Payasa house than so.
You would. We've also vetoed that.
Chili says only rich, posh people have iced tea.
I have
What?
cold tea right here. I am not a rich, posh person.
I like how Chili says, man, only rich, posh people have
Maybe
iced
at
tea.
Christmas time. Okay, maybe at Christmas time a candy house switch would be cute.
We'll see.
I mean, I would like if they gave us like a Starlight house where it was like candy canes and like snow themed.
I would do snow and candy canes, before the candy house.
Although we're gonna be, future home plot, hopefully Ishgard.
Yeah, RFC has six willing participants that will join the Imperium lottery on Tuesday.
Yep.
Peter still has to decide on which plot he wants,
Which we will not say here. We're not gonna let anybody know. We're not gonna.
Even those of us who are buying don't know what the plot is, and
yeah,
getting really close.
There are 6 large house options within each ward, but then we also don't even know what ward, because there might be wards. Like they said, there's going to be wards that are just FC only, so we'll have to see what wards we can go.
Yeah,
42.
I wish. Yeah, no, PvP I'm excited for. I'm glad that the feast is over. Like I liked it in concept, but it was
cool to see people that were good at it do it, but I can't.
I mean, I don't want to get into like.
I wasn't a fan of the feast either.
I will go into quick like why I think there was issues with the feast, like super quick. One, that you only played the same map over and over again. There was 2 other maps they never used, and I missed the old maps. There was one.
I didn't even know there were other. I thought there was.
Just when it first started, and
yeah, there was,
and they were actually very good, and I preferred those maps because they were more tactical. Like you could actually like the new one, that the crystal tower one was very close quarters, and the other ones were based on like far. And I understand maybe why they didn't use it, but they never like brought them back in rotation, which is dumb. I don't think that. I like in concept that there is like dangers on the map. It's there's tornadoes and lava, and there's an objective. It's not just kill the other party, and like everybody's getting heals now, and there's heals across the map. There's like little potions you can get across the map to help you heal up.
I'm definitely gonna try it out, and it sounds like I'm gonna be sucked into playing it more often with you, so that you can get your rewards.
I also think that they're going to put a lot of cool stuff behind it too. I think there's going to be cool mounts and minions that are only going to be unlocked through this.
And the plan is that they're supposed to be like quick, right? Just like maybe like 5 minutes or something like that, not like a long drawn out.
That's good, because the existing stuff takes a long time to do, and it really sucks when you're like 20 minutes in and your whole team with 1,000-point lead just loses.
I'm thinking of it. It's like how they had those really quick like Overwatch maps where it was like maybe 10 minutes a match, where it was like, oh, push the cart or whatever, or like a Team Fortress 2 map where it was like maybe tops it was like 5-7 minutes and you were done, and then you switch sides or whatever. That's great. Like I want to be able to queue in quick, get in, get out. So I hope it goes well. I hope it's well received. My fear is that the community is like, I'm scared, and I don't
think people are willing to give it a chance just because they want something new and something fun.
I mean, look at the last time that they introduced something. That was a really interesting PvP system.
I agree.
It was really cool.
And it's dead.
Well, I mean, most of PvP is dead.
So
if it's not on a daily
except
roulette,
for the couple discords that organize, everyone queue up at this time kind of thing. Which, thank goodness, or else there'd really be nothing going on.
And that's the shame. Like I really hope that they figure out a way. Like even if they have to put really great, like like this is the best mount and the coolest thing ever, I hope it draws people in, because that's the only way you're going to start.
That'll go to the raids.
Maybe not. Like, maybe not anymore. Like, maybe they'll start putting that stuff behind this like new PvP system with like they'll unlocks and like trickle in items, like which is what they're doing. So,
did you guys see any pictures of what some of the new Alliance raid gear is going to look like? Very like
no, did they post that?
Gold. There was a couple like like hold up the ditto of what the gear looks like at the last live
no, I didn't look into it.
It was like I think it was a lot of like white and gold. Very I guess godly and ethereal.
and I'm gonna probably mispronounce this, but Freisenborg chat. That sounds right.
They are Tibby and Salt's mod.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I go in there,
Susan gets a shout out for no game.
Yeah, I get shout out for being nobody.
Yeah, they said I have got no experience with PvP, but I've heard that it got a lot of bad rep for win trading and never truly recovered. Yeah, that's true. And it happened a lot during Garo. And that's why I got a lot of but a lot of people stopped doing Garo. And then I have all the Garo stuff. Like I made it a point to stream on this channel many moons ago.
Got the titles.
And I got I don't know the titles.
Yeah, because what was it? You have to have the title first, and then while you have the title on, do the thing.
As long as you had a title, you had to win a certain number of matches while having that title equipped, and then you could get the mounts.
Yeah, and it didn't matter what class you were on as long as you had the title.
Yeah.
So you could play like you could unlock whatever. So I don't care about titles. I care about the mounts, and I got all the mounts. So.
I think I have one. I didn't really try very hard. When I
didn't.
first started playing, I didn't know that I needed to have all the things. So like I missed out on all the yokai stuff.
Yeah.
Which I
still don't have that.
That'll eventually.
And then I wasn't playing when it came around the second time. So
it'll
when it came around the second time, I saw that it came, and then I explicitly made the decision that I wasn't going to do it because I hate the yokai event.
So
like no.
So I mean, like I said, I like the fact that just like winning a match, you'll get 3 stars, and then you'll just keep going up. So and one do you get 1 star for losing? I forget. Like get something, right?
I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
So a loss will remove 1 star. Well, all right.
I'm a fairly new player. I never undertook the daunting seeming task of properly learning PvP. It does play differently from PvE, a lot differently in some senses.
So much so that you have totally different buttons and everything.
Right, like you have a whole separate hotbar just for it. But the nice thing with PvP is it gives you a limited set of abilities and skills. So once you kind of have your setup of what you want, and you can look up online what like the ideal setups for and stuff like that, like gear isn't really a thing so much in PvP.
It's
well, I guess there is. There's what's that one stat for PvP?
It's gone.
Oh, did they get rid of that stat?
Yeah, they got rid of that's what gear doesn't matter anymore because that stat.
It's been a while since
no
Quinton has PvP'd.
Yeah, I literally haven't PvP'd. I was a bard last time I PvP'd. Actually, I did do White Mage for a little bit because they used to have Fluid Aura, which had a knockback. So as a White Mage, I could just sit near things, and if someone went near an edge, I'd Fluid Aura them and push them off and kill them. It was great.
It was great.
Pissed off people so much when we played. I also liked playing as a bard because I could slow people, and then they would die because they could never reach me. It was great. But I haven't really played since they changed the whole hotbar thing. But it is like once you kind of get into it, it is kind of fun. But the downside is I think that the best way to do it is to play with people that you know. Like if you're just going in and you want the experience, great. Don't. You're probably not gonna have a lot of fun, but it'll be okay.
Yeah,
if you go in with friends, it's fun.
Get your experience and move on.
If you go in expecting to be like hardcore PvP or like you're not going to get completely steamrolled if you run in by yourself, it's kind of a cluster. Like you just run in and you hope
that there's like the one person that's like go to the middle, go to the left.
Right, exactly.
And I'm just like, I just
try to be that
follow
person,
you.
it doesn't work.
I'll just do wherever. I'll go where you tell me to go.
Just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
It's definitely fun, and it is very different from dueling. I'll say that as well. But it is a very fun pastime if you go with a few friends. But if you don't have friends that go and do it,
it's like I'll stick to my relic grind.
But
try out
I
the
won't
new
touch the
thing.
relic
It
grind.
might be fun. We don't know.
I think the new thing is really fun. I think it'll be. I truly do think it'll be like a different because it's not kill trade. It's not kill trading anymore. It's there's an objective. What's up?
Sorry, I still have the patch notes open, and I saw that they added a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Which I really think we need to do something with this, and also the Moogle candy thing.
Oh yeah, the Moogle candy dish looks cute. I'm looking at
that we could use. Candy house too much, but
candy.
I mean, I rotate the snacks that are out and about in the FC house because we had to take down all the corn. Yes, I cleaned up all the corn.
Yeah.
Well, because we had to do the thing where we had to make sure our storage was like clear to be able to transfer the house.
Yeah.
So like when I went to check it, it was like, we had like red X's because our storage was just full of corn. Because
corn.
Do we remember? Was there a certain holiday that it was corned or just random corning?
Corn was the summer event. So.
But like a reason for the corn, it was just random acts of corn.
No, it was a let me just trash up the house of corn and see if anybody notices. So random acts of corn.
Yeah.
Rack. So now our house storage is ready to go, ready to be transferred. Mm-hmm.
You are allowed to swear in here. Don't go crazy.
We are PG-13, but Canadian PG-13, which you can swear.
Yeah. I mean, you can technically swear on American PG-13, but you just can't drop a hard F.
No, American PG-13 only gets one F word.
Yeah, only one.
Only one. Yeah, the Canadians aren't. No, you can swear more.
So earlier today,
the
Maelstrom Radio Twitter put up a poll about Imperium and whether people were moving or not.
Yeah,
I feel like people were super excited about Ishgard housing, and then they said that we're gonna get it, and everyone was just like.
I don't know what happened.
No one's into it. Like I'm curious to see what the numbers are going to be like for people that enter the lotteries. I think people are just hoping that people move so that the other wards have availabilities. I mean, I like it. Like it's a little gloomy, but I mean, it has
why.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. I like the hot springs and stuff that are around, like the steam.
There's a sauna. There's an actual sauna.
We have that in
no, we don't have a sauna.
No, there's that like oasis, like pool area, whatever. Like
actual a room where there's hot coals and people sitting with towels. Like that's.
But there's a couple sections of Imperium where there's like little there's like little park areas that has like a snowman. Like
there are park areas, which I really like. And there's jacuzzis. They're not
and jumping puzzles.
Yeah. There are 3 jumping puzzles. So
yeah, I like Shirogane. Like I think that would be one of the places I'd like to live. But I currently have a house in
Mist.
The Mists, yeah. I was like, was it the Mists? Lavender Beds is the one I couldn't think of. Yeah,
and I have to say, I'm very happy with how your yard looks. So.
Yeah, even though like the location of that house, like it's a nice location. It's up on the hill.
And you have a very Shirogane inspired yard.
You
I
do. I technically have the best lot in the spot in the everywhere.
In the lavender beds.
In the lavender beds.
Yeah, you have the big waterfall in the background.
Not only that, I have the giant.
It's like a private.
It's a private plot.
There's
there's literally no neighbors. You have nobody touch it. Like you're on your own stump. You have to cross a bridge to get over.
And your house is a small, but it feels like it's a medium because it's
got a lot of space.
Item limit.
Yeah, it doesn't have any neighbors around it.
It doesn't have any neighbors on it. So, which and I aim for that again.
Peter's going to be trying to move his personal house from a small in the lavender beds to a medium in Ishgard. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see definitely. Well, based on the poll, I might be slide right in there, no problems. So, gonna be good times. They adjusted a bunch of stuff.
When you said Imperium housing, all I can think about is that we really need housing out. What's the zone? Like the Ruby Sea? Because when you said Imperium housing, all I can think of was aquarium housing and how having one of those bubbles underneath would be
that'd
really
be cool.
right?
Not related, but sort of related. Not Final Fantasy 14 related at all, but housing related in a different MMO. So I found out just because I was listening to somebody stream today, so I can get a drop in Twitch. And they mentioned that in ESO they're getting a new house, but the house is entirely built as if it's underwater. So like all the walls are see-through.
It has like a lot of different housing options.
Oh, there is,
right?
yeah.
But you can also have a lot of houses.
And every single person can have a house. There's
multiple houses.
You're supposed to have multiple houses.
You can have multiple. And all the walls are essentially just like floating water. So it's just like you could see fish and stuff in the walls. Like it's just like invisible so all the walls are like invisible force fields keeping out the water.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's underwater. Yeah, it's underwater.
So completely unrelated to this, both Guild Wars 2 and ESO finished patching today.
Nice.
Oh.
I had to clear up a lot of space on my hard drives. I was so close to empty. I thought I had bigger hard drives, but I don't.
One of the things that we wanted to talk about tonight is like
hard drives.
What? No, like what you're playing besides Final Fantasy and how you're trying to give more time for gaming and trying different things and like we've all had like time management issues that we're trying to like get better with, because like the three of us were in a raid group together doing that 2 nights a week, and all of us eventually dropped it because we don't have enough time. Like none of us had a night where we had like nothing going on. And like I feel like with you guys, neither one of you
had Saturday.
Because I feel like neither one of you guys play games like non-streamed for your own just like personal enjoyment.
Not so much anymore, no.
Because it's either like, oh, I'll wait and just play this on stream, or you just don't have time to do it.
I think also for me, at least I could say for myself, I don't know if Susan wants to join on this, but like, I need to worry about my health and I need to make time for that. So
we have exercise night now.
Yeah.
Peter and I have been doing Ring Fit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I mean, technically that's gaming.
Oh yeah, I've heard it's pretty intense.
It's hard. So like Ring Fit isn't a 2-player game, so I wear the leg strap and Peter has the ring.
Yeah.
Do you rotate?
No, because the leg strap, like if you have a chonky leg,
if you have tree trunk legs, that does not exist. Now I found somebody on Etsy that 3D prints an extender, so it could fit like people that have tree trunk legs. Is great. So there's a possibility that we could
heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, like even though it's only like a 1-player thing, like we'll just stand, we'll be in the same room and we'll both be doing the same things, and like it'll count, for one of us, but like we're both doing the motions. So
it just looks like you're a person that's like cut like this.
No, it just like it'll, it just thinks there's one person doing it. I'm just like,
it's tracking her leg.
I'm just going through the motions of doing it without it counting towards anything, but it's fine.
Yeah. And it's been
and
fun.
Then like there's like little mini games and stuff. So like Peter will do it once and then I'll do it and we'll see who gets the better score. So
yeah.
Oh, you can keep competing against each other.
Yeah, there was a squat one and it didn't end well. So
no.
Yeah, squats are. Oh, so maybe we need to add those as channel point rewards.
Just start doing squats.
Squats.
Yeah. 10,000.
Really, I don't care about squats. I'll do squats all day. Susan hates squats, so
they're hard.
I don't mind squats either.
So get on the ball, Susan. Get more squats in.
Why don't you do a channel point thing where you stream your Ring Fit?
That I will not do.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one.
I will not.
I mean, would there be a way? I guess the only thing you could do is just stream like the game, but not actually see you doing stuff. Which I don't know how excited that would be.
Yeah, you could do that.
You just hear you're panting.
Yeah, I'm just dying. I'm like,
Gotta get them booty gains.
Yeah,
the squats.
Thank you, Freisenborg. Freisenborg knows you gotta get booty gains.
Fries would like an introduction, but I don't know if you want to do that at the end of the podcast or.
We can do it. We can do it. End.
We'll do it at the end.
People listening to the audio only version on our Twitch, we have a channel point reward where
we introduce ourselves.
Peter and Quinton introduce themselves to people that that are new to the channel.
Yeah, and we will introduce ourselves. So yeah, so allowing us to have time to do other things is important. Like I said, health, both mental and physical, I think is important for the three of us. So as much as fun it was raiding, it was more fun for us.
Yeah, because I really did like the people that we were like. I liked the people that we were raiding with. Like, no one gave anybody like a hard time or whatever. Like,
it truly was fun. Like, it really I miss it, but it's.
It just seems like everyone kind of like had other things going on.
We're also adults, and other people's like other things. Like, I'm going to be a de facto uncle by later this year. So
that's true.
So
you already have 2 children, so
I'm gonna have
one with special needs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now I'm gonna be an uncle one and tell him, like, see that your dad is a one-upper, and so, and he'll never listen to this and hear that. So it's pretty good.
Did Sean ever listen to the podcast?
I mean, Sean showed up for the podcast.
All right.
Sometimes.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically I am an uncle.
I mean, what?
Thought about that.
You have a wait. First of all, you have a sibling.
Yeah. But do you have siblings? Why do we not know that you have siblings or not?
I have a step sibling.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's slightly older than. And
that's kind of sad that we don't know if Quinton has siblings or not at this point.
To be fair, I also don't know if you have siblings. I think Peter has at least a sibling.
I have hella siblings. I have I talk about my brother because he's my brother, but
yeah, that's who
I have. Hella
then you
siblings.
Have like,
and I think your sister. I think you've mentioned.
Do you have step siblings and half siblings?
I have. Yeah, I guess I got hella.
I'm not going to dox myself, but we can go into this after the show.
Yeah, let's go into after this is after the show. I'm like, let me just tell you. Well, here's my social security number.
Yeah, exactly. My social security is 555.
I'm old, so my social security number is 1.
And we can save that for episode 200, where you guys just like fully dox yourself.
Yeah, episode 200, we dox ourselves,
which is coming up in June.
It is.
It is coming.
And we have just so everyone knows, we have no idea what we're doing. We have made 0 plans. I don't think we've talked about anything yet. And if we did talk about it, we didn't write it down, so we don't remember.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
We are bad.
If we don't write something down, we will forget it within about 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's been thoughts about.
So if anyone has ideas, feel free to send them our way.
Yeah.
If anyone would like to plan anything for us, so we can just show up, that would be great.
I mean, doing 200 of something over the last 6 years come to this June.
Mm-hmm.
So
we did an audio play the first time.
Yeah.
A video the second time.
Yep.
Now, is it going to be like Maelstrom Radio the musical?
I don't know what we did the first time, actually. The audio play was the second one.
Chili says 200 snacks. Wrong show, Chili. You could do that on Soundbites. When
audio play was the first one at episode 100.
At 100, yeah. We didn't do anything for 50, though.
201 chip
50, no. 50, we were just like, hey, we got this far.
We survived.
We survived.
Yep.
Oh, no,
201 chip challenges, no.
I
mean, if the chocolate chips, sure.
I will do 200 chocolate chip challenge.
No.
I can just do it.
Yeah, you just got to go once.
It's like a Thursday night.
Yeah.
You'll spit more flames than Ifrit, yeah.
The
last 1 chip challenge episode of Soundbites was kind of scary. Like, at one point I was like,
it was bad.
Are you okay? Like, I didn't know if I had to go into Peter's office and like check on him, because
it was bad.
Both him and Chili were like barfing.
Yeah, it was not good. It was bad.
It was bad.
And it sucks
feel
because
free to check out Soundbites.
Yeah, because it sucks because the previous chip we were okay. Like, it was hot. It was definitely hot. There was no joke about that. But they didn't do Szechuan the last time. They did
Szechuan's a good flavor though.
They like changed up the pepper.
They changed up the pepper, and they did beluga scorpion. So it was stung. It literally stung.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Like, it gave me the hiccups, and like that was the worst part. And I think Chili.
That wasn't the worst. The worst part was you like dry heaving.
But that was because of the hiccups. That's what caused it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. I don't want to get into
Soundbites. I just dropped the link to the Twitter. It's Peter
Soundbites,
and
the Bite-Sized
Chili.
Podcast.
Yeah, about all things snacks. Peter and Chili. It's like their little side project.
Chili, it'll be back in 2023.
So, the Soundbites podcast is also known as Learn About Chili.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
Because you get the deep chili lore on that show.
Yeah.
You do get a lot of chili lore.
Yeah, you do. So
yeah, the snack thing is just a front for just Peter and Chili like learning more about each other, but mainly Peter learning about Chili because Chili doesn't ask any questions.
It's true. It's
Chili just drops like a completely innocent sentence, like "I used to live in a castle" or something, and everybody's like, "Wait,
what?
I'm sorry, what?"
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah,
but for our 200 episode, I have no idea. I mean, there's thoughts of like, does this look change? Like, did the look of everything change? And what would But
yeah, like if we were gonna do some like stylistic changes.
No, I'm not shaving the beard. I trimmed the beard, but not shaving the beard.
Don't shave the beard, please.
No, I did it once before.
I remember.
And then people were surprised how young I looked.
It was baby man that I lived with now.
Young, but I like young in a way that wasn't baby, but like didn't age. Like I have Paul Rudd syndrome.
It was kind of baby.
And then also, people were like, "Oh shit, he does have a chin." Like most people that with beard try to hide the fact they don't have a chin, and then people were like, "Damn, he does have a chin." So it's like, I got a strong jaw. I can't.
You gotta hide it. It's too powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If chins could kill. So I don't know. I do not know what episode 200
title
looks like.
Right there.
Yeah, chins could kill. I do not know what episode 200 would look like for Maelstrom Radio. Like initially, this was a podcast that started off as not only a Final Fantasy 14 podcast, but a Final Fantasy 14 podcast that was mostly about Final Fantasy and two best friends playing it, but also me sharing Quinton with the world because I thought he was delightful, and I think more people needed to know about him.
Oh.
So
Quinton disagreed.
He did, but it still showed up.
Well, we're not that good at sharing that information if we just learned today after.
Well, not so much sharing his personal information.
Personal information.
Not sharing his personal information, but sharing him as his personality. And I thought he was really funny, and then he was super. He's super intelligent. Not game design, but design in general, like development, and could speak on that part of things.
Well, and speaking of sharing Quinton, there's been more Quinton activity on our Twitch channel, which is cool.
Yeah, we have. I've been streaming Zelda.
Easing into some Sunday streams, which are
some fishy stuff.
Yeah, some Stardew, some Zelda. Do you think you're gonna switch up what games you play, or stick with those two for a while?
Well, I'm definitely gonna stick with Skyward Sword until I finish it. I've been. That's like a decade in the making that I've been wanting to play that game.
Do you feel like this Sunday thing is like giving you a push to actually play games that you have said you wanted to play and just haven't made time to play?
That's more of what it is. Like I've wanted to play this game, and then it's like, you know what? It would be really cool if I just streamed this game, and then I never did it because I never played it because I wanted to stream it, and I never streamed it because I never streamed. So now it's kind of doing both of those things, which is nice. Stardew is definitely up for changing a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's going to be haunted chocolate shop or whatever.
That still doesn't have a release date on it. That is like we just found out about that in December, and that's the last update.
Is it a haunted Chancla-teer?
Yeah, haunted Chancla-teer.
Haunted chocolate shop.
Whatever, you got the gist.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The Chancla-teer is the chocolate shop.
Spooky chocolate shop.
I also like to say I almost mispronounced it as the haunted Chancla-teer, and that also is a great
I'm putting that on the list.
Haunted Chancla-teer is what my Wella calls her house on Halloween.
Oh, we need a like it's not even a release. We need a mod for that. Just make everything chunky.
Oh, I meant Chancla. Chancla-teer.
Chancla-teer.
It's a spooky shoe that follows you and hits you in the head.
It's next level.
Yeah, so again, 200. I thought of a new stream to do with, and it could involve both of you.
Concerned look.
But I don't know if I want
to.
Yeah, I know because I haven't said to you yet. So I don't. No. I've been thinking about it. I just didn't know how to. I don't know what day it could happen. It might have to wait, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to ruin the surprise.
If we're still like, we know the backlog of games that the three of us still need to play.
Oh,
right?
I know. And the best part is that neither of you played this game, and I thought of a way to get it to be played in a way that would be really fun.
I haven't played isn't that hard to find. That's most games.
Same. But I mean, like, we have a backlog of like multiplayer games that we want to play that we don't have time because all of our time slots are gone.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Eventually, we'll finish Tiny Tina.
And Peter's been playing Kirby on Mondays, and
Kirby will be done.
You plan on finishing that through like on stream, right?
Yeah, that'll. It's only a 9 to 12 hour game, so it's not that long. So I only have a few more weeks of it. So I might even.
That game is just like so fun and charming to watch.
Civ 6.
Civ 6 looked good.
Nope, not streaming Civ 6.
I did stream Civ 6 once before with our friend, my friend Sean and his my other friend Lindsay, who's also his wife. And I remember at one point, I think Sean went to bed and Lindsay and I had to work the next day. Sean was not working at that time, and then Lindsay and I were up till 3 a.m. still making moves. And then Lindsay and I were like, so. We don't play Civ on the weekday anymore. Now, Civ is clearly a Friday and a Saturday game. That does not happen anytime on a school night. So,
Chili said that Tiny Tina's Wonderland is around 25 hours.
I'm sure we'll fit in an extra day here or there. Just try to speed it up if we can.
Well, I mean, we do about 2 hours a week, so that's roughly 15 weeks. Or so,
weeks. But I'm sure.
Which is
the question is, do Paul and Chili want to do 4 months?
Yeah.
I'm sure if we throw in a Saturday, everyone wants
to.
I know you don't, but I'm sure if we throw in
we'll have to see in the future, maybe throw in an extra day,
like throwing in a Saturday or here or there for like a 2 to 4 hour stream and just try to catch.
It's just hard because like all you have things going on. Like he's still in a couple raid groups, so he's got stuff going on the weekends and. He's got 87 podcasts that he records, so we'll see. We'll see if we could fit some time in.
And we need to still do stuff like Project Tango and the escape rooms.
I was gifted an escape room game that I was told that the three of us are going to play on stream at some point, which I'm nervous about.
We also do have some streams planned that we're gonna have to figure out in June. Secret projects, remember? That you were talking about?
Yeah.
We'll have to find some times to do that.
I think there was something, but now I'm like drawing a blank about.
I'm drawing a blank as well.
I think I wrote it down, so
I'm sure it's written down someplace.
And another thing is that that's what I was about to say. Like, because Peter and I have played the first 2 Frog Detective games. And we want Quinton to experience them before the third one comes out so that we can all play the third one together.
It's a great time.
What? That wasn't it.
That was not Frog Detective.
It's been so long since we Frog Detective that Peter lost his Frog Detective.
I'll get it back. Don't worry. I practice it from time to time, so it's got to stay in the mix. So it takes me a second, but once I get in the groove, it's there. So, Frog Detective 3 does come out this year, and
hopefully.
No, it does. It does happen. So
the final We Were Here also comes out this year.
Yeah.
A lot coming up.
Yeah. Every Mario game playthrough coming soon.
Oh boy.
I still have Super Mario Sunshine that's half beaten. I have Mario 64, which I've never played, and I want to say it's Mario Galaxy is the third one in the anniversary pack that I've never played.
I have the anniversary pack. I have Super Mario World. Universe. What's the last one that came out? Super Mario Worlds.
Odyssey.
That's the one. I have that.
And then there's the
hat.
What's the paper, the origami one?
There's a Paper Mario.
The origami prince. Right. Sure. Mario and the origami.
Mario's never been my
mommy
game, my series.
I love Mario 64. It is. I think I remember so fondly because it's I think the first game I had on the N64, and I just love that game. Other than Ocarina of Time, so those 2 games are. So. But also, 3D space, jumping around, Mario, Bomb
I
King.
can't remember the last Mario game that I played through.
I don't think I've ever beaten one.
I mean, I watched you play Mario Kart recently. So.
Yeah. Not well.
And then there's always Pommel Party.
Yeah.
Wait, Cass, are you talking about Motocross 64? Wasn't that the
some terrible motorcycle game that came with a console?
That's Motocross 64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember playing it.
Chili's hyped from Open World Sonic. That's all right.
I don't know anything about it.
I mean, they haven't really said anything other than it's Open World Sonic. It's like you got to go fast, but you can go fast. Everywhere.
You got to go fast.
You can go fast
all
everywhere.
over the place.
Everywhere, all over. You can go. You want to see that mountain? You want me to see you run back and beer again? I want to see me do it again. Freisenberg chat. God, thinking about old games remind me of Tales of Fantasia. I had that on Game Boy. That sounds familiar, but I also don't remember a lot of my Game Boy games outside of like Final Fantasy and Tetris and the Pokemon. So
yeah, I like Lufia.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Lufia series, good.
So
that was one of my favorites.
I also on here, I know we kind of started talking about it, but I think we should touch on also Final Fantasy 14. So when it comes to making time for Final Fantasy 14 and other games, I think, like we said, I think
now that there's new stuff coming out on Tuesday, like how much are you guys gonna do? Like for me, I'm gonna do all the things.
Realistically, I'll probably play for a couple weeks and then bounce again.
Like are the three of us?
I'll do the MSQ. I'll do the
Are we all
Alliance
gonna do the new trial? The new EX trial?
Oh, yeah. If I have people to go into a party finder with, I would try it.
Yeah, I would try it as well.
Yeah, it's scary.
But I'm not going to solo pop into there. I mean, I don't feel like I need to do the normal version.
I think just once.
And it would drop a weapon, I think, this time around. I know Chili and Chat would be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Chili still needs to beat the second
EX
Mommy.
trial.
Yeah.
I think. Go. I was gonna say I think I'm excited for the just to do the what's it called raids again, the Alliance raids. I think especially it's the Alliance raid, not the Nier Alliance raids. No, the new ones.
I like the Nier Alliance.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like the story. Like I just didn't understand what they were going for with the story. Like the way it ended was just weird, and like I even went through it through New Game Plus thinking there was something extra in there that I was missing, and that still didn't really.
Still didn't have anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you're gonna get a little robot mount. So.
Yeah, because you have to. I think when I looked it up, it's like you don't have to complete the quest line entirely, but you have to have done all 3 of the raids.
Oh, okay, then.
But I think you don't have to do the
extra bit
stuff.
Now, if they made you do the extra stuff, and that's the only way you get that mount, which I think is what is truly going to happen. Then there's gonna be a lot of people PO'd. Let me tell you, there's gonna be a lot of, and
I did it all. So
well, of course you did.
Into the gold saucer.
I think there's people that did, but I think there's a lot of people that didn't care or didn't like Nier and just are being like bummed out that they're not gonna be able to get that mount. So,
yeah, because it's a fun little mount.
Yeah. So,
and hopefully it won't cost too much MGP.
So
I haven't been like farming it or anything in a while, so.
Mm-hmm. I'll definitely make time. So now what'll happen is like on the weekends when you and I aren't working out and I'm just sitting here doing nothing and watching anime, I could do crystalline PvP and watch anime at the same time. So pretty solid. Can't
You're very motivated by that new gear.
I don't think it's the new gear because I mean you can ask Quinton. Like I've always kind of championed Final Fantasy 14's PvP.
That's true. He really kind of goes way too into the PvP, like more than you would expect.
Yeah, I really do.
The fact that you got all the Garo mounts is like that's a lot.
Yeah, that says that says a lot.
Feast and win. It was such
and I went and
grind.
I won.
I
like,
know.
And there was no win trading. I legitimately got really good at PvP.
You get me to go in with you, and I'm just like, no.
But people did. They won.
I was briefly motivated to PvP because of towels.
That's true.
When when you could get towels with the wolf marks, I'm like, all right, I guess I need some towels for the house.
I did front a lot of towels for people because I had a lot of wolf marks. So I'm gonna go in there and see how many wolf marks I have left and see if Susan needs any more towels. And I believe I have all the.
I just checked my
so.
wolf marks today to make sure I had all the things I wanted. Like I don't think I have both emotes, but I have all 3 minions and I have the mount and I have towels. So
yeah,
I'm
you got the important stuff.
Yeah,
yeah. And there's no word on. Did they? I don't know. They haven't mentioned anything about like relic weapon stuff yet. Like they didn't say like that would be coming in 6.2. I wonder if they're gonna skip relic weapon until the next expansion.
I doubt it.
Do you?
Unless they have something that's an alternative for relic weapon. Like people want something grindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does give people something to do. And
yeah.
I don't know. Bozja wasn't bad.
It's the Raiders. It's the Raiders that are gonna want it.
Bozja,
so.
like
I honestly liked Bozja.
And I liked all 3 of the raids that were there. Someday I wanna get organized to go back and do the DR Savage to get that cool Cerberus mount.
I like Nier, and I think I would actually put Bozja above. I think like the story of the Nier raids was okay. Bozja was really good. Like really good.
Yeah, the story was cool. Like all the like mechanics in the 3 raids were like different than we've seen before, which was cool.
And it offered it like you got so many cool like now there's like official lore tie-ins to certain things and like in Bozja that
like in Endwalker when you did certain parts, if you did the Bozja stuff, you'd have extra story bits or whatever.
Yeah. It was really truly really cool. They did a really good job of like doing something where
and the fact that you could grind, you could like just get your weapon without having to do, or you could just go through the story without having to do the weapon if you didn't want to.
Yeah, you didn't have to grind to go through the Bozja.
Like with Eureka, you were like, ugh.
Yeah, that you had to do.
It just took forever.
Yeah, and they made leveling painless, so painless.
And in Eureka, you can't go in and just use that for leveling. Like you don't gain any like outside of Eureka experience.
Which
so
is a shame.
Bozja, yeah.
And it's technically like timed wise, it's technically faster. Like people have proven that it's faster than leveling outside of that stuff. So
everything is faster than Eureka.
So
like I've tried to like
shooting his DPS is faster than Eureka.
Like I've tried to talk Peter into like giving Eureka a try. Like I even said that I would like de-level myself to get to the same level as him so that I could like help him go through it, but he's still like, nah.
It's not that
Someday,
no, hear me out. I've told you that I don't mind going through it with you. Like I don't mind it, but I think de-leveling yourself is the wrong way of going about it because you know how
I can't do as much stuff with you though.
But that's fine. We're gonna have to grind out either way, but it'll take more time grinding both of us up than you just like helping me just level up in one zone over and over again because that's faster. So I'm telling you, even Chili would probably tell you not to de-level yourself. It's not going to be beneficial. Like you'll lose out more than you think. So.
Because it would be fun for you to do the Baldizzian Arsenal because it was really cool experience. And like that Discord is still popping off. Like they're still doing runs. Like still getting people their balls.
It's like better off like just trying to find a group running like Zaps is like making alt level with him on that. But then she still have to like level 25 levels on one thing. Or you don't even have to make an alt. You just have to like level a different job through it. So and then you get the bonus so you can level pretty quick and catch up to me. So,
well, no, like no matter what job I go in there, it still has me as max level.
What really? Oh, that's right.
It just if I wanted to get different weapons for different jobs, I have to go and like grind more crystals and shit. Which
I don't like that. All right. So yeah, I'll make time for PvP. I'd probably run the alliance raids a few times. I like the gear. Like I think the gear's cool. It's kind of like Pantheon of the Gods sort of look. It's not.
You're not gonna wear it. You already know that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not gonna wear it. You're right.
And I think item level wise, probably because you have the crafted gear, so like I don't think it's gonna be higher.
Is it?
Will it?
I mean,
it might be comparable.
But then
usually the alliance raid is catch-up gear.
Is the thing coming out that you can upgrade your crafted gear? Is that coming out now, or is that later?
It might be later.
Yeah, these will upgrade your tome gear.
This is why you don't come here for news about patch notes because they're like, I don't know.
Well,
is that going out now? I don't know.
5.8. No wait, that's Ultimate Weapon. It doesn't say. Doesn't say.
But make sure you're following our Twitch because there may be a stream on Tuesday of some of us jumping into the Alliance raid. We'll see.
Yeah.
And if you're not here live, you missed it.
Yeah. Day one Alliance raid is always a fun
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Rather you'll see it or you won't see it. So
yeah.
But you should see it. You should come and see it.
Honestly, day one Alliance raid is like the best time to do Alliance raid. Maybe day two.
Yeah.
Because that's when all the people are trying to do it that know how to do things. And once you get to like day 4 or so, it's all the people who waited and don't pay attention to the mechanics, and it's just a lot rougher. And then when you get to week 2, I just give up until it gets farmable. Yeah, week 2.
Day 1 is fun because everyone's banging their head against the wall. Day 4 is just sad times. If you do it next Tuesday, then it's everybody's.
It's like, watch a guide. Why didn't you watch a video about it?
Yeah. So you'll be able to turn your 580 to 590. Okie dokie.
Okay, so there we go.
All right. Neat.
Yeah, you can, and I think you can use your if you have any nuts.
Oh well. Well, let me.
Yeah.
Good thing I have like 4 nuts. So.
Oh, that's right. You still don't have the
No, I spent all my nuts on.
You still don't have the Shadowbringers mount for nuts, right?
Shadowbringers mount for no, I don't have the Shadowbringers.
I've never farmed nuts.
Oh, you don't have the lion?
No.
Oh. All right.
No, because every time I would like find a nut hunt party, they're like, "Oh, hey, the party's over here," and I'd be like, "All right," and then we do 2, and it's like, "All right, it's done." I was like, "All right, I guess let's go cry." I guess I don't know. Let's not get nuts. So, but also making time for other things, other stuff like ESO,
Lost Ark. I'm still bopping around Lost Ark.
Yeah, I'll bop around.
If anyone's interested in joining a very lonely guild, Mr. Makoko has lots of openings. I am now the guild leader of Mr. Makoko because
Susan runs the whole.
Yeah, because apparently
I signed in and got a notification saying like you're the guild master now.
Yeah, it's like apparently if you don't log in for 10 days.
10 days.
10 days. But nobody's been on in 10 days. So other than Susan. So
But I like it as like a casual, just like I'll get on my ship, I'll go to an island, I'll check it out. Like,
yeah,
I've like discovered some fun quests.
Eventually, I think it'll run out though, right? Because eventually you'll get to a point where it's like,
I feel like I still have a lot of.
You have a lot to do, but I think
there's a lot of content.
There's a lot of content, I think, but I think eventually.
Yeah, and I'm not in any rush like to get through it all. Like
what I'm saying is I think there's a point where like you'll have plenty of like questing and stuff like on all the islands, but I think eventually that'll run out, and then you'll be left with the hard stuff. And the question is, are you going to willing to at that point to do that stuff? Like that grind and honing and let's do that's
some of the actual quests are gated behind that as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah, because I just got a thing today that you had to be like 4 something to do a thing.
I know.
The next island is 460 minimum.
Yeah, I know because I know
which is easy to get. So
I know our dungeon masters like they're all like in his other like another Discord that. Susan,
yeah, they're like in like item level like thousands
and stuff like that. They're like they'll wake up in the morning and get like do their like before they go to work. They're talking about, man, I woke up, got my coffee, honed, and then RNG got me, and I only got 2. I was like, all right, well,
because like part of leveling up your gear, there's like an RNG element to it, so you can like have all the bits that you need. You hit the button, and then there's like not 100% chance that it'll work.
Yeah, and
it's basically pentamelding.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Except it's your score.
yeah, it's pentamelding, but worse.
And then if you but you can pay money, and that's the only difference between that and Final Fantasy.
But it doesn't give you better chances. It just gives
you more of the
it just gives you more of the material. So eventually, if you really paid, if you had that credit card on deck, you could pay to win. So.
But I'm having fun with all the rapport. I'm friends with the panda bear now. That's exciting.
That's true. The panda bear is really good.
Yeah. What's his name? Puppa?
Puppa.
I think, Puppa the panda bear.
Puppa panda.
And Samly the polar bear. Like,
Yep.
I'm getting friendly with a lot of creatures in Lost Ark, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But you can't make friends with the squirrel.
No.
The squirrel is on the other side of the world.
And there's a wolf that you can be friends with. I forget.
Oh yeah, I think I'm a friend with the wolf.
Okay.
Hey, wolf.
Yeah.
Shout out to.
I think that was part of the main quest, wasn't it? In one of the areas.
Yeah, on Shoeshire.
In Shoeshire.
Shoeshire.
Shout out to Tibby and Salt's friend of the show.
Hello, Team Whiskers member.
Hello, Team Whiskers member. He was in our Discord and was like, well,
he still is in our Discord.
Yeah, and we didn't kick him out. He's lovely. And
just so you know, Tivian, you're still good.
You're still there.
For now.
I feel like he would genuinely be alarmed.
Yeah. Better watch your P's and Q's in there. I could see him typing a P and a Q next when he hears this. If you hear this, Tibia, type a P and a Q. Well, that way we know. No,
he's sleeping right now.
Yeah, well, he does listen.
Some people in the UK do actually sleep.
Yeah, and he does listen. Him and I were chatting privately, and he said, "I'm glad that you and Shanty." Also, shout out to Shanty Man. Talked me into trying out ESO because he's an Elder Scrolls fan. He's a single player MMO, single player RPG fan. And he loves Elder Scrolls series. And he's like, thank you for talking me into trying it. I truly love it. He is genuinely having a good time there. He plays on the NA side of game, which is, I thought was, but he just made a character so he can hang out with myself and Shanty. So, I'm going to roll in there because I don't want to leave him hanging. So Chili's like, hey, I sleep.
Yeah, I mean, he has nothing to lose. I think he said he has it for free. He already has the game. You don't have to have a sub.
You don't. And
the sub is really good if you craft or gather.
Yeah. But they also just gave everybody Morrowind for free. So it's a lot of that truly is a lot of content. That's hundreds of hours of content and of exploration. And he said it's it's now giving him a different perspective of what other MMOs have to offer compared to Final Fantasy 14, which is
and the good thing with Final Fantasy is that you don't have a ton of dailies that you're locked into doing, that hog up all your time. You can take a couple days off and it's fine.
Yeah.
You can go out and play some other stuff and it's all still going to be there for you. You don't have to be like me and decide to grind out all of the tribe quests, which now I am allied with everybody because
Nope.
That's a lot.
I did all of them but the Ixal.
So.
Oh, I finished
I guess
everybody.
I'm still working on the dwarves.
The Ixal was actually the first one I did when I first started playing, so I already had that one done, and that's the longest. Yeah, that was the longest one, so I just had the other one.
So bad. Yeah. It hurts me to do it.
And then all I got was some dumb mask at the end. It was
I was kind of hoping they would adjust.
The floating bomb mount, which is kind of cool.
I already had that. I had some of the mounts already because of the Moogle events in the past. Yeah. But I got hella minions now.
But also make time for. I don't know if I'll stream it, but there may be a copy of Elden Ring somewhere in this office of mine. So. Maybe.
Now, is that something that you think you'll ever stream, or you're just going
to
possibly? I think there should definitely be a character creation stream.
I don't know if you have time for that.
You mean? Well,
actually, no. Peter's character creation is fine because it takes him 5 minutes. He makes a generic person and then goes.
I do not make a generic person. Thank you.
I mean, there's a lot of customization options in there. That's
now the question is, now if I do it, does it become does it become a series of Blumbo Ring, and then does a Blumbo come back? And
no,
because
I will not be in there.
I didn't say all the Blumbos. I just said a Blumbo. So.
Then that's not a thing. You can't do a thing with one person.
Blumbos can do things independently.
Yeah, I didn't say I have to be one of the Blumbo brothers. It could be a different Blumbo, or it could be a Grumpo. It could be stuff. It could be one of the Grumpos.
Create a new branch of the family.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is Heelshu playing Elden Ring?
It can be Clumpo.
He might. The Clumpo.
Show titled Clumpo.
Sounds like a random kitty litter that nobody should use. Yeah, my cat uses the Clumpo. Ash is the Stumpo.
Yeah, Stumpo was another one I was thinking of. I was thinking more of a druid.
I know you can make a sage, so in that game. And I heard magic using is OP, so we might see. Also, backstabbing is OP, so yeah, that's there's. I'll finish up Kirby first and see where we go from there. Let me finish up the Forgotten Lands. I did do my homework though. I completed the first zone. There's 100% complete. So
you're gonna have Kirby and the Forgotten Lands as the title of the game you're playing. And you'll load up Elden Ring, and people come into the stream and get a very different experience.
If I had it on PC and can mod Kirby in as the character, I would do that in a heartbeat.
However, in both games, you would suck.
Mouthful mode in Elden Ring would be.
No, that's
it would be cursed.
No. You know the one that you got last time where you turn into like this giant circle disc thing and you can puff out air?
Yeah.
You just got like a knockback spell with that in Elden Ring, but it's Kirby puffing out air at things.
Poof. Yeah, poof.
Yeah.
Love it. I think we also wanted to touch on the last bonus round we did because surprisingly a lot of people liked it.
I liked it because it was exciting for me because it was an episode I didn't hear you record. So when I downloaded it, it was it was new and I didn't know what it was going to be.
So
and I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun.
So we got a lot of good feedback and or some requests on like how to do or like what to follow up on with it.
You think that you'll do other bonus rounds just for kicks, just to be able to like riff on some off topic that doesn't fit into normal
Maelstrom radio? Yeah, I mean I'm sure there's gonna be times that we need to take time off and it's good for us to be able to like still put out content.
There's adventures in the golf MMO.
That's
still waiting for those Peter fishing streams that he
Quinton got it.
I took over.
Quinton would gladly give you the time slot if you.
No, because now I said there's I thought of something else to do on a Saturday. Now I just have to buy the game. So, and I told Susan what it is.
Oh, okay. I do know what.
Yeah,
it's still a Sunday thing though.
So Saturday it'd be a honey-do list. So, yeah.
We have another bonus round of Peter and his dear friend.
I would love that. I gotta go meet.
You're gonna find that guy.
Yeah, I loved him. He's great. He's so nice. Showed me around.
And then you never went back.
You never went back.
I mean, I can. I could go back. It doesn't. There's no. I could just go right back. That again, going back to making time. I just gotta go make some time and just go in there.
I know. There's just not enough time.
There's a lot of days, not enough hours. So
yes.
So so the last bonus round we talked about like MMO, kind of like MMO 101, and talked about like the history of MMOs and where MMOs now today, and
your personal histories with MMOs.
Yeah, and then kind of like I think we ultimately said I think we were both happy we went through older MMOs. Like we were happy for the content we received and like how those games played, like the team-based focus and stuff like that. But I'm also happy where we are now. I think having some solo aspect in gaming is good. I think it does help the longevity of MMO. Clearly Final Fantasy thinks so as well, because they're changing everything in A Realm Reborn to be a little more solo friendly.
Yeah, because when you're younger, it's fun to be like, oh, it's 3 a.m. and we have to gather 75 people to farm a thing for 4 hours or something. But as an adult with a job and other things to do in life, it's not as convenient to have a game like that anymore.
It was definitely a different time, because I remember during the WoW days, the early like vanilla days, like you just gave people your phone number and you didn't know who they were. They're just like, call me or text me, anything. Just like, hey, if something's up, I just need let me know. And then
with Peter and I, our VenChat friends, they were originally EverQuest players, right? And I've heard some stories for them about like crazy shit that you've had to farm for hours.
Camp
out at spots.
They gamed in the shed. Remember, they rented a house and they turned the shed into the gaming hut. And all they did was rail cigarettes and play EverQuest. So, Chili, call me if Behemoth is up. That was the thing. It's sad, but that truly what it was. It was a different time frame and a different, like, people treated it as if you were playing a giant board game, I guess, or a game of D&D. Versus like a video game. And I think there is, not to go too deep into it, I think you should listen to our episode, of course, but I
Yes.
I think there are some games coming out, like Ashes of Creation and Pantheon Rise of the Fallen eventually will be coming out, that are looking at some of that and bringing some, not all of it, but some of it back in, because they want to give people that feeling of community, but also be able to give people some freedom and still play by themselves. It will change slightly how you do those things. So, but again, go watch our go listen to bonus round. Zap says it's also a little imbalanced when tanks and healers almost always have insta-queued for stuff and DPS depending on when you try. I think Quinton and I can both attest to some like some of that. Like, I think back then, like, especially like in the EQ days where there was, not only DPS, not to like do a whole tangent on this, but it wasn't just tanks and DPS and healers. There were also true support classes. So like party composition was important. Like you couldn't just like queue up for something. Like you actually had to sit in a town and party and meet people and talk to people. So
Talk to people.
Yeah, like shocking. I know.
This is pre-Ventrilo days.
Yeah, this is
TeamSpeak days.
This is pre-TeamSpeak. So it truly, yeah, you really were like talking to people, and then even then, like when Ventrilo and TeamSpeak came out, it was tinny as hell. So
you learned how to type fast.
Yeah, you sure did. Oh my god. And you learned how to shorthand a lot of stuff real quick too. Like, like you learned abbreviations for things real fast.
Oh, Chili says in Final Fantasy XI, nobody wanted a Dragoon. You would see them sit with an LFG flag for hours.
Hasn't changed in 20 years.
I was going to say, what changed? Nothing's changed.
Aw.
Black Mage Burn and Monk Burn was the best. So there you go. That's true. Still true to this day. I don't know what's changed. Nothing's changed. So,
yeah.
So, and of course, we've been kind of like talking about it, like, we have extra days now since we're not raiding. Will we be streaming more? I don't.
I did. I am.
You are.
Yeah.
But I think. No, I'm saying like there
day.
are other days during the week that we don't do anything. So I wouldn't say set in stone, but I think allowing us to jump in and say, hey, like Tuesday, we.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good to have some more Final Fantasy content on the channel.
Mm-hmm. So,
and like Tuesday, stay tuned. Hopefully, there'll be some Alliance raid action on this channel.
I'm sure you will see Crystal.
Yeah, there'll be some crystalline conflict action.
Those are good times. So.
Please look forward to it.
Please, yeah. All of it.
All the things.
All of it. Summoner was a healer. Ninja was a tank. Oh boy, what's it? Back in the Chili, like back in my day, Ninja was a tank and we liked it. So, this is like the earlier check-in. Next episode, we have
guests.
We have guests. Yeah,
lots of guests.
We do have lots of guests.
Not one, not two. Not three.
Nope.
There will be 4 guests.
4. Not 5.
Not 5. That's too many guests. That's crazy.
But 5 people. 57 people will be on the show.
the polyphonic spree.
I was about to say the entire band of the polyphonic spree will be here. Even their tambourine player shows up. So our lovely guests, we had them on in the past, and I think the post 50 episodes days.
I'm excited about this guest because I never heard an episode with them. I've never seen their work or anything, so I'm excited to hear what they do.
So we have special guest Lucky Sparrow, an RP performance entertainment troupe stationed on Balmung server. that focuses primarily on timed musical synced performances. So they will be here. We haven't had them on in a long time.
Yeah, and they're going to be promoting their 5th anniversary show and also their final performance.
Final performance, which is sad to say, but
5 years is a long time to do something together in game.
Yeah, it is. And so I'm excited to talk to them and see what they're going to be doing next, if anything. So I mean,
they have a flyer out about their performance, and like it's like their last official thing, but they're still going to be together as a group and still like, you know, do some shows for other people or whatever. Like I guess do they you can like hire them to like
they're a troupe that
perform
can
at
be
your
hired
event or something like
so. It's true. Having seen multiple of their shows, I've said it once, I'll say it again. It is really remarkable what they do in the game to make it work. Like I still haven't seen anything like it.
Chili says Sausage McContent is gonna have to sneak in. We're gonna post the information about their show next week, Chili, so you'll have all the details.
Yeah. Maelstrom Radio has VIP sections.
I made my Balmung character and I'm all ready to go. I'm like parked in front of their house. I like shouted out, I'm like, can someone buy me something nice to wear so I don't have to wear starter gear to a show?
And we have to make sure we tell them when we're there, because I know their shows can get sold out and people like they have met the cap on how many people can enter the house. So so if you can't get in, you will not be able to get in. Like that's it. So we got to make sure when we're there, we let them know that we're there so we can get in. So
we'll work on that behind the scenes. But it is like a publicly advertised show.
Yes. Yep. So if you have a character, we're just letting you know now. If
you'll learn more about it next week. You'll have plenty of time. Don't worry.
But make a character on Balmung. Just heed my call now. Make a character on Balmung.
Yeah, and make a character on Balmung now while you can still make a character on Balmung.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to make a character on Balmung. You just have to be on Crystal Data Center.
True.
Then you can
and you world travel.
Got it.
But
which is pretty easy.
But just in case.
And soon we'll be able to just transfer. Like we'll be able to.
But just in case, queues are
crazy.
crazy.
That you get is it because like your wanderer if you go from world to world, but if you go from
Lost Daddy,
traveler, is it traveler?
Oh, traveler sounds right, but not Lost Daddy.
No.
Yeah.
Am I Lost Daddy? I'm gonna be Lost Daddy now.
And on that note,
so we have gaming streams on twitch.tv/Maelstrom Radio on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays.
Milk Shopper.
I don't know what Milk Shopper is.
I don't know what Milk Shopper is.
When we reach 666 followers, we will do something. We're just not sure what that is yet. When we reach 700,
we're not good at making plans in 2022. We're kind of playing it fast and loose this year.
We did it's true. But we also got our saying finally, so we could end the show with maybe on that last note. So when we reach 770 followers, which we do have a plan for, there will be a Kigurumi stream, but not this summer because it's hot.
No,
Kigurumis are toasty. I don't know if you know that. They are built for comfort, but not necessarily cooling. So, also, I think we failed to mention, but Maelstrom Radio does officially have its 2022 motto, and
I mentioned it.
It's did we mention it last
well
episode?
It's pinned in our Discord, so if you're in the Maelstrom Radio Discord, you know all about our new motto.
About it. But if you're just a listener of the show, the Maelstrom Radio motto for 2022.
Did we post it on Twitter? I don't think we posted on Twitter.
No, we didn't. We're announcing it now. So the Maelstrom Radio motto for 2020. Just
let
it get it out. Stop telling me well, it's been there and we haven't just let me say it so people know. The motto for Maelstrom Radio in 2022.
I can also interrupt again, and then we just keep going on this again and again and again.
Yep. So the new motto is Maelstrom Radio is fun vibes. So clearly, great. Maelstrom Radio is fun vibes. So thank you, Meowth.
You know what I think? We have our show ending screen, right? Or stream ending screen. I feel like this needs to be a part of the stream ending.
All right, well, that will happen maybe next episode.
Next time, yeah. Lucky's probably like, what the hell is that picture? Maybe not when we have guests. Maybe we'll have one for us and one for, When there's no guest, we'll use that one, and when we have guests, we'll use the regular one.
At least we're not using it as like our album image.
We could.
I mean, I might for this episode.
Yeah, Maelstrom Radio's fun vibes.
People are gonna get that in their inbox, or they're gonna see it on their the podcast app, and
they're just gonna like delete, click, no.
Or they're gonna listen to it based on that. They're like, "What should I listen?"
All of a sudden, it's like we have like 4,000 listens.
Are you okay?
No.
No.
True.
People are gonna ask us like, "Are you okay?" No.
We'll post the image on Twitter. If you're in our Discord, you've already seen it. I'm gonna have the picture in the as the episode picture for this episode. So we're sorry.
We apologize.
Yes.
So with that, we're gonna get out of here. But we'll for people in chat.
But don't leave because
don't leave.
you have to give an introduction to Fries.
We're gonna come back and we're gonna give an introduction. But we're gonna end the show. So you
will raid.
And then we're gonna end the show here, and then we're gonna introduce ourselves, and then we're gonna raid.
Got it.
But for people listening at home, just want to let you know. Till sea swallows all. Keep listening.
Maelstrom Radio is brought to you by maelstromradio.com and Blackfire Media. Produced by Flatus, Chancla-teer, and Susan Sprinkle. Join us live Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/maelstromradio. Send email to show@maelstromradio.com, tweet us at maelstrom_radio, or join our Discord at maelstromradio.com/discord. Views and opinions expressed by our hosts and guests do not reflect the views and opinions of any companies discussed on today's show.